Ichiant an xaʔamc. Ichiant is lislut wild. Ichitlan xaʔamc an chinsel. Ichitl umlauts Manson in Schlan area. Ichlitaklen xaʔamc. Urtniuchi Dutch Galwanachi, Kashmir, Dutch Glenuktaklen xaʔamc. Urtniuchi the Mislchi Tumkulauslchi, Sehoklok Dutch Gal Equit Hui Dutch Gal Qatar, or East Side Omak, or Matnuk Chmainuk Gal Nispilum. Und ich jetzt noch silk die go seal und ich sepe tutler ja die go nax go skill und ich go pochwam ich go slquat wilhi tum kula auf das ich es hubst mir gemeint das slquat wilhi tum kula auf das ich go pochwam at least slhula tum kula auf das at least go slquat wilhi go gaslak at wilhi tum kula auf das hier anti is mislhi ja it's uti tatlats at qulqilti tan xaʔamc. If you totally can and xaʔamc anti here just intumsten niku skill Kuxchilachiti, Utlitut and Tim and Kiluxentit. Kuchilame and xaʔamc it Kilmilokis, Buktuina, Kutsasap. Talihi Kinkentihi. Schilachikens stood Lutxen Tichulsenums and Kiluxentit. I guess in our language, I can say, like what I just said was, one day we will be like this elder lady that loses all her relatives in death, that she became the last fluent speaker. That's what we fear, to be the last fluent speaker. One day we might end up being the last fluent speaker. I don't know who will be the last fluent speaker. But when you lose somebody that important, that's a great loss. That's why I say it's important you know your language. And parents, it's your responsibility to learn your language along with your children. You don't throw your kids in school and say, well, they're going to learn it. I don't need it. I'm too old. When you're too old, you'll be 6 feet in the ground. That's when you're too old. It's going to take more than academics to save your land, to save your people. It's going to take a lot of intelligence. The reason why they want to erase it is because they want us to be equal, to be like the samaʔsc. There's got to be an equality of all our people. There's no short finger in the crowd, like everybody should be all equal. Yeah, even though there's a bend in it, because you think about it, it's really tough life. Or people have been talking about that for a long time, Tari. They say it's samaʔsc. It'd be no different than saying you samaʔsc. It'd be no different than, that'd be the two different words, the same word, but said in a different way. Some people use the word sama, and then the other word would be like that, samaʔsc or xaʔamc. Samaʔsc, it's like, you wished you were a white person, you'd rather be a white person, you're talking all in English all the time. Samaʔsc, or your behavior is mostly, your ignorance is like English, you want to have nothing to do with your people, you're just kind of ashamed of them, and you're samaʔsc. You want to be a white man, or you don't want to be a part of your people. But samaʔsc. Xaʔamc is the same thing. The xaʔamc is a white person. The sama is the same. And I'm wondering why that word sama came from. I was told that that word came from the xaʔamc people. Then I told the xaʔamc that. I said, that's you guys' word. They said, no, it's you guys'. So they're throwing it back at me. So I don't know. It just came here. But as far as I'm concerned, it might have actually came from the time when they made that one language. It was called the Chinook. That's the Chinook language. That was the language. The Chinook was like a trader's language. I'm not too sure if it came from there or not, that time in history. But that's kind of like how I see that. It's different. Yeah, I kind of grew up knowing about these words, and I've heard them said many times, samaʔsc, xaʔamc.